Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. So, you leave the gnome's place. Um,
Dell's looking a bit fraught all of a sudden.
What's wrong, Dell? What's going on?
Oh, nothing, nothing. I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Were you all right back there? You ran out.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's lovely. Everything is lovely. It's good. Yes, I'm fine. Fine.
Okay. Let's go talk to the soup guys.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, soup. Yes. Mhm.
Yes, they would seem to have the biggest motivation.
okay.
Unfortunately, that was my last command, my one and only.
Okay. You arrive at Big Ben's Brothel, as it's called. And do we have any? Because we don't have a Big Ben's Brothel soundtrack, but the line is overflowing out into the street, so you can hear a lot of street noises as well. What do you want to do here at Big Ben's Brothel?
Oh, we gotta go in, so Stanley goes and starts standing in line.
Okay. There's a crier out front who could be Big Ben, or maybe Big Ben's back. This is a big guy. And he's saying, "Come and get it! Big Ben's Brothel! It's hot and wet! Come right on in!" We got a clam chowder special for you today.
Stanley gets excited hearing clam chowder, knowing that clam chowder does not have carrots in it.
I'll walk up to the big shadow man and be like, do you have tea in this place? Really do with a cup of tea.
Tea?
Tea.
This is a brothel, ma'am. We do not serve tea. But if you want, you can let our broths fill you up.
Here, better than tea,
I suppose
mimosas, and I'll pour you a mimosa from my wineskin.
He sips at it.
I just need something hot and wet inside me right now. But
then you're in the right place. Come guzzle our creamy broth. It's great stuff.
I do like a nice creamy broth on occasion. Yes.
Soups just
Always
keep
goes all over
coming.
my face though. Such a mess eater.
Yes, this chowder, he's known for his clam. Big Ben is.
Yeah, he just keeps cheering out to the street to gather people in for Big Ben's
I wouldn't
brothel.
expect someone to be called Ben to have a big clam thing.
And yet, that's what he's known for.
You'd be surprised.
This is true. This is true. You can't tell from appearances after all. Right. Yes. Okay. I think I feel like I'll go and line up as well.
This is quite the opening you're having here, Ben.
Well, who doesn't like good soup? And only 50% of the customers think this is actually a brothel. It's great.
I see. How do you deal with those 50%?
Well, usually they storm out in rage, but
Perhaps
we
I
have
won't
a
have a shower
back
after all.
door that we shove them out through, so that way they don't disturb the customers waiting in line. Couple of them are hungry from the long
making use
wait.
of that back door.
Why do they think it's a brothel? What
Stanley,
it
hearing
is a
this,
brothel.
gets a
Brothel.
concerned look on his face and says, Hey, Dell, can you hold my spot in line? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Stanley's gonna run around back and look to see if people are actually getting kicked out the back.
There's nobody getting kicked out the back, but there is a guy who's walking out, cursing and spitting over his shoulder inside.
And does this seem to be happening fairly frequently, like about half the rate of people coming in? There
You
are
have
people
to
going
stand
out.
there for a while and watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand there for a while and let Dell hold my spot.
So after like 10 minutes, it seems that 6 people have made it in, and of those 6 people, 3 were pretty pissed off, 2 of them left, 1 of them sat down to have some soup anyway.
Okay. Stanley's suspicions that they're being turned into the soup assuaged. He goes and takes his spot back in line.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can see what spoons they're using to eat the soup with.
Ah. From your place in line, you can see the glinting of copper spoons.
So Stanley, seeing this also, he's gonna go up to who he assumes is Big Ben and says, "Hey, so there are some times when I can't go out to get soup, and sometimes I just want to serve my friends and family soup at home. And to do that, I don't have any good silverware or copperware. Where did you get yours from? Where would you recommend that I get some spoons from?"
Recommend you bring your friends and family right down here to Big Ben's. We'll serve you up with some delicious stew.
Sure, but like when we're out of town or we are trapped in from a blizzard or some such, and we
Or
can't.
when people are sick, I understand soup is great for people who are sick.
That's why you should bring them down to Big Ben's.
Well, you wouldn't want to bring a sick person in
Oh,
here. Have you
Granny is
considered
bedridden.
selling soup that people
The
could
Holy
bring?
Ghost doesn't have anything to do with this.
I
Who
don't
cares
think
if
he does.
sick people are here? That's fine.
But like,
The health inspector might care.
What the hell's a
What?
health inspector?
That's what I like to hear from my dining establishments.
Health inspector.
so there's sometimes when I order soup at a soup place and I have too much soup, and then I bring the rest of the soup home, but I don't have any spoons at my house to eat the soup with. So like, where would you recommend that I get spoons from? Where did you get spoons from?
We had the Red Smith make them for us.
The Red Smith. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Stanley starts elbowing his friend in the ribs, being like, the Red Smith, huh? Looking and
Yeah, it's I guess a coppersmith.
yeah, we'll definitely have to
go
talk
to the
him.
coppersmith and see if the coppersmith does recall having an order from Big Ben.
We'll have to talk to him about getting some spoons of our own, right?
But are we getting chowder first?
Well, I'm kind of hungry, so
Yes.
Well,
could
I
definitely
wouldn't
do
want to come
something-
between you and Ben's chowder.
Can you all please give me a perception check?
I could, but you're not going to like it.
Oh, I think I will.
That's what, I'm not going to like it.
Oh my. So you're all standing around waiting in line to get your soup. When one of you notices and nudges the others, Desmond is standing in the doorway across the street, giving you guys a look of disgust and betrayal. Just like
I wave. Give him a big smile.
he shuts the door.
We're investigating, motherfucker. Okay. We're undercover. God damn it. Anyway, sorry.
I want to try to get a head count of how many people there are while we're standing in line, and like how many spoons there are in rotation at any given time.
That's a hard count to get. There seems to be...
Yeah.
The people count's not too hard. There's like 30 people here. The spoon count is pretty difficult. It looks like while you're waiting in line that maybe there's like 100 spoons or something, and then people just go through and grab all the dirty ones and just, or, as they pick up dirty dishes, they wash them and then they bring out new
Lick them
spoons.
clean.
Sure.
Yeah.
They just have like somebody in the back and licking them clean, don't they?
It's probably like a yak back there. They just stick the spoon in the yak's mouth and...
But all right,
So what are the other employees aside from Big Ben, who's out here in front? So he's obviously not doing all the souping. Who else works here?
You've got 2 younger women, a younger man. Big Ben's in his early 40s. So these people are in their 20s, maybe late teens.
Are they like Ben's kids?
They don't look too much like him. And you don't see a wife anywhere.
All right. This case was going nowhere fast. In the case of the missing panties before, I recall the big breaks came once I got involved with those chambermaids. I think it's time for the same strategy. All right. So I'm gonna go, and are the two young women? Are they serving? Are they cooking? What are they doing?
One of them is serving. One of them is gathering money and bringing, like, one of them's like actually ladling the soup out, and the other one's like bringing the bowls to people and then collecting money.
All right. Let's get a table, people.
Okay, you
Oh,
guys get a
certainly,
table. It is roughly lunchtime, so it's quite appropriate now.
All right. So when the server one comes over to us, so my good woman, we are looking for your best. What do you recommend? What do you have to offer us?
Clam's pretty good. You might want to try maybe the carrot soup. That's pretty good. Or the tomato soup. That's pretty good.
Whoa, what? Oh, of course, yes. No carrots.
Yes, this one, no carrots at all. It's horrible, horrible reaction. You would not want that to happen here. So it seems like you've got pretty good business going here.
Well, opening day is
Clams and
always the most
carrot.
important day.
My gran used to say something like clams and carrots. What was it? Yes. Something to see in the dark. Something to
Clams
see in
and
the dark.
carrots go together like, yeah.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
All I know is I don't
Something to
want-
help you sort of see in the dark. And then clams so you have something to look at. Although I don't know quite what you'd be looking at in the dark. But clams... Why would you look at a clam in the dark? I don't...
All I know
You've
is
never
I
had
don't
your
want-
clam examined, have you?
I don't
what?
want carrots anywhere near my
I don't have any
clam.
clams.
Explains why you're so stuck up. Anyway, three clam chowders.
Yeah, okay.
Well, is
Yes, please.
that the best you have, or what is your best?
I like the clam chowder. Most of us like the clam chowder. Only problem is clams
you
are a
now?
little far away. They're not necessarily fresh as clams. But hey, you're this far inland. What do you expect? They're day old. Maybe 2 day old clams are fine.
I'll have the carrot soup.
I'm
thank
sure you're underselling your clams. I'm sure they're wonderful.
you. I'll have the carrot soup.
Anyway, I
Fabulous.
imagine before a big day like today, you were probably up all night last night preparing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Quite busy indeed.
You must be extremely exhausted after a long night getting prepared and then all this busyness.
Well, thank you for being so sympathetic. Not all of my customers are, but I do have to be moving dishes here. I don't have all time
Do-
to.
Do you have any silver spoons? These are a bit grubby.
No, we can't afford silver spoons. What sort of joint do you think this is? Shenanigans?
Well, we were looking for the best. I mean, we wanted.
Best soup in the house,
best
and the
soup.
whole town is here.
We're looking for the best Big Ben experience that we can get here.
This is the only Big Ben experience, so you're getting the best. So 3 clam chowders. Really, look, there's other
No,
people
one
waiting.
carrot soup, please. Carrot soup, no clams for me. No,
All right, 3 carrot soups. Gotcha.
No, God. Stanley says this, but as she's walking off, he doesn't actually have the curse to speak of.
A few moments later, she comes back with 3 orangish soups. Places them before you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
That'll be 5 copper each.
I'll slide over 15 copper, and actually, let's make it a silver. Little extra for you.
Stanley just sort of stands up and just...
Isn't it 20 copper for
10
a silver?
copper.
10?
Yeah.
Slide over 2 silvers.
Stanley
thank you.
just sort of stands up and just walks out.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sure you could pick the carrots out of that carrot soup.
It's having tasted it, Del. It's tomato soup.
this is tomato.
Well, that's a funny thing for a carrot soup to be.
I wonder what the clam soup is then.
Interesting. Maybe the clam is a carrot soup.
Stanley, incredibly unnerved by his near-death experience, he's outside. He's looking around. He shakes himself off, and he says, "All right, well, I guess I'll just go check out the lead." And he starts walking towards the coppersmith.
Well, when she next walks by, I go, excuse me, miss, this carrot soup seems to have way more tomato soup in it than we would expect.
Yeah, the one guy said no carrot soup, so I gave you all tomato soup instead.
All right.
Oh,
Did you not eat his?
no, he thought it was
Fucking
carrots, so
waste.
he left.
Why would he
Oh,
think it was
okay.
carrots? He said no. Wait, he thinks I'm bad at my job and I can't hear him saying no, mumbling behind my back? I'm a professional.
Indeed you are. Could we have his to go then? We'll bring it to him.
Yes, can we have a doggy bowl?
I'm afraid we don't really have any way to do that yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
If you can think of a way. I mean, if you bring a bowl or a mug, I'm happy to pour the soup into the mug for you, but you can't take our dishes.
no, that sounds like a bit of a fuss. I think we'll just leave it. It's fine.
I
You can
never
pay an extra
traveled
silver
without a
and
mug.
keep the
I
glass.
take my mug and I'll pour. I have a mug.
Okay, cool. It is transactioned.
Since we already did buy the soup and all. Huh. This
Well, I think-
seems to be getting us nowhere fast.
It wasn't terrible tomato soup, though.
Let us go find Stanley.
Yes, let's. Yes, actually, yes. Right.
All right, you find Stanley. Where did you go off to? Wait, before you answer that, think of your answer, but don't say it aloud.
Okay.
Dell and Curry, where do you go?
Well, since we're across the street from Shenanigans, let's go search Shenanigans inside and out.
Curry,
Think
where?
we got back.
Not Curry. Stanley, where are you?
I'm going towards the coppersmith
Okay,
to
cool.
check up on those spoons.
So, party splits. Let's do Coppersmith first. Stanley, you find the Coppersmith. He's a few streets away on Smith Street.
Clever.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Mhm.
All right. I go to his workshop and knock on his door.
There are a few coppersmiths in town. They're all kind of next to each other on the street. And they're all out there pounding on their anvils, working.
Interesting. Okay. So I'll just walk up to one and say, "Excuse me."
Huh? Yes, what can I do for you? He sets down his hammer and takes off his gloves, wiping sweat from his brow.
Hello, I would like to buy a spoon.
A spoon?
I would. Well, it's. I want to talk about spoons. Can we talk about? Stanley starts breathing heavily at this point.
Yeah, son. Hey, it's okay. It's all right. Everything's fine. What do you want to hear? What do you want to know about spoons? I make spoons here.
How many spoons did you make recently?
I haven't made any, but Ricky over there had a whole order coming from, what's that new place? Bob's?
Okay, thank you. Stanley extends a handful of silver and just pushes it into the guy, and hopefully he takes it. If he doesn't, the silver just lands on the floor, about 5 silver pieces, and he just starts walking away towards the other guy.
Hey, mister, are you okay?
It's okay, thank you.
Mister?
It's okay, excuse me.
All right.
Alright, Stanley's gonna walk up to the other guy that apparently made the spoons.
Okay. You come up to Ricky.
Hello, excuse me, are you Ricky?
I am. What was all that commotion over there about?
I would like to buy a spoon.
A single spoon?
I mean, do you make spoons?
I do, and I can make you a spoon. Do you want one spoon? And only one spoon?
Excuse me. Do you made spoons for Bob?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like the spoons there? Because I make those spoons, and if you like those spoons, I can make ones exactly like it for you.
Yeah. How many spoons did you make, do you think?
I think I made him about 150.
Okay.
Took me a couple of weeks.
So and do I get the feeling like that's about as much or even more than what I saw at Ben's?
That's roughly, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And again, I just jam 5 silver at him, and if he takes it, he takes it. If not, it lands on the floor.
Yeah, he takes it and gives you a curious look as you run off.
I turn around and start speed walking back towards Shenanigans.
All right. Before he gets there, the party is doing what?
I was looking around for, looking around for Stanley here, and I'll go over to Desmond. And Desmond, we were checking over at Ben's. Didn't see his spoons. We were specifically asking to be served with silver spoons. He didn't seem to have any.
Mm-hmm. How was the soup?
It's all right.
Was it better or worse than Borsch's squirrel soup?
Oh,
Didn't actually get to have Borsch's squirrel soup because they weren't.
Aha! Trick question. You didn't even get to try it, did you? Oh, you said
That's
that.
exactly
but Del,
what I said.
you said it was something.
Well, I had it last week.
He just started serving squirrel soup this week. Today
what
was
was
the
he
first
serving?
day.
What was he serving last week?
Wait, if that wasn't
was
squirrel
chicken
soup, then what was
stew.
in the soup?
It was chicken.
And where's that
Or
hobo?
rat. I don't know. I mean, it's of course it's
Oh,
chicken. It was a
must
joke.
be-
Wait, why would Aristotle's kittens leave those mice on the shelf?
Oh,
you think she's pissed off at me?
Oh, actually, can I have a look at the box the spoons were in?
Aristotle's pissed off at you?
And no, but I'm asking you, do you think she could be pissed off at me? Why else would a cat leave a whole bunch of mice lying around?
Well, cat thinks
Well,
mice.
usually
Cat
if they
thinks mice
like
are
you.
delicious.
Oh, she loves me. Oh, that's so
Maybe
sweet.
it was a gift? Why, did you
Oh,
do something
Aristotle.
to annoy Aristotle?
No, she just asked if, she asked if we could give her a saucer of milk, and we did. And then I asked her if she could come and hunt the mice in exchange, and she agreed. I don't know. Yeah, Lizzie and I are real glad to have her and her cubs around. They sure make things more interesting.
Oh, they're so sweet. Look at the. Oh, they're so adorable.
Del, can you give me a perception? Not a perception check. Yes, actually, a perception check, please. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You have the box. Desmond gives it to you, and you notice there are some soft scratch marks on the front of it near the lock mechanism. Like just two little scratch, like a side on either side of it. Just
Oh, it's interesting. I'll turn it over, look underneath.
It's a nice little jewelry box type thing. Looks just like the box on the Clue overlay.
What do you make of this little scratches on here? Interesting.
What? Those are new.
Were those there before?
No. Those are new. This box was flawless.
Don't think one of the kittens could have picked the lock, do you? The claw?
No, impossible.
Yeah.
You need a spellcaster to open that lock, or a very talented thief. But it's a good lock. I got it from that
And you're
stupid ass
absolutely certain you locked it.
I mean, I don't really open the box very often, and when I do, I lock it afterwards.
Aristotle is an elven cat.
You think she would take my spoon? What? Why would? What use does a cat have for spoons?
I don't know. We haven't figured out the motivation that anybody would have. We were thinking possibly Big Ben. That's why we were looking in his spoons, but he didn't seem to have any silver spoons at any price. So we're trying to think who has a motivation for spoons, but not forks or knives.
Did you ask any of the neighbors if they saw anything?
I asked your tree, but the tree didn't seem to have a whole lot. It
You
had some
talked to my
ideas.
tree?
Well, yes.
Do you speak to the
does
trees
that?
frequently? And if so, which trees?
Yes, I speak for the trees, so the trees have no tongues.
And which trees do you speak to?
Well, whatever ones look like they have the most to say.
Right. And which would those be exactly?
Well, your sapling out back mentioned somebody being thrown out, landing in a heap against it, urinating on it, and lying there for a little while, then finally departing, and as well as the dog barking, which seemed to match up. Seemed like bursts through somebody out
And is it
last
just
night.
trees or is it bushes too?
Well, any kind of plant matter, actually.
You just go around talking to random plants?
Well, like I said, only those that look particularly like they have something to say that I might want to hear.
Okay, sure, yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
It's an elf
Dogs?
thing.
Dogs barking, right? Fence knocked down?
Yeah,
I
dog
was-
barking, somebody got thrown out the back.
Yeah. Do you know who?
No, the tree wasn't really sure.
No, but Tobbit. Borsch said it was Tobbit.
Oh, that's right.
Taubert the Mute?
Yes.
That drunk? Well, you can probably find him in the drunk tank. Or, passed out in an alleyway somewhere.
I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go
Let
speak to him.
drunks drive dangerous military vehicles?
Why wouldn't you? The horse pulls the vehicle, the horse knows the way home. You can be as drunk as you want and drive a chariot. The horse is gonna keep you safe.
Dell is gonna sort of like go, right, I'm off to the drunk tank and head on out because she's like, I'm on a mission now.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I'll follow her.
Stanley's still making his way back to Shenanigans. When he gets there, he's gonna go check out the fence since we never actually properly looked at it.
I think you will be arriving at Shenanigans roughly around the time that they are departing Shenanigans. You guys will see each other in the street. You can continue together, or you can go your separate ways.
I sort of wave at them and still head back towards the fence.
Okay, well, let's
Stanley
flip back.
So, Stanley, why don't you join us?
Oh no, thank you. I need some time alone right now.
Oh,
I have some soup for you.
Oh no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want carrot soup.
It's
It's
tomato
awesome.
soup.
No, thank you.
Okay, Stanley, you go to the back fence. It is knocked over. Actually, at this point, someone is trying to reset the fence. So there's two guys out there, or a guy and a woman out there, trying to, wrangle it into place and pound it back into the ground. You see a dog
Excuse me,
tied up nearby.
is this your fence?
Mm-hmm.
Could you leave it there for a second so that I can check it out before everything gets moved around?
You know what happened to it?
No, but I want to find out.
All right, I'll let you investigate. They stand
Alright.
back and hold the fence for you.
I'm gonna roll my perception. 29.
Very nice. There are
Damn.
scratch marks all over one side of the fence. Lots of little scratch marks. But then you also notice there's those sorts of scratch marks all over the inside of the fence. But on the outside, there's a couple of deep gashes, just like 3 or 4 of them, that cut into the wood pretty deeply. And the
Almost
fence
like
was definitely
giant-
knocked inward instead of outward.
Gotcha. All right. So like definitely like giant cat claw marks,
Yeah, it could be definitely a large cat.
and the inside looks like maybe a dog.
It's
small
like a
claws.
dog would
Okay.
pawing at it.
Okay. Okay. Stanley nods and says, "Okay, thank you," and without telling them anything, turns and catches up with the party.
Okay. Party. Eventually, you'll make it to the sheriff's station. He's there, doing sheriffy things. What do you guys do?
I get out my paper and ink.
Okay. Sheriff says,
I march up. Okay.
"Howdy."
I was going to let Delanora ask the questions, and I was going to provide paper and ink for Talbert to respond.
If you can write.
He can draw.
Hello. Hello. We're here to see Talbot. Is he here?
Talbot the drunk?
Yes. We have some questions to ask him.
Hold on. I need to make a note of this 1 sec. Yeah, he's here. He's well, it's about time to wake up. Hold on, let me get some water. He steps out, pumps some water from a little water pump he's got out there, fills a bucket, and then just splashes Talbot with it, who wakes up in the jail cell with a start.
Hello! I'm Dell! We're here to ask you some questions!
He starts hissing at you, Ben.
I think mute means he.
Understand us!
The sheriff looks at Kuri and gives you like that, go on.
Yes.
The drunk
I'm just gonna let her go.
The drunk just waves at you.
Can you understand us? That's very rude of you. Yes, I know you can't hear me, but I'm just trying to make it clear for you. What? Speak louder! Okay!
I'll say in a regular voice, my good sir, I'm not sure if you can write or perhaps you can draw, but if this can be of use to you, and I'll provide the ink and paper.
No, you have to speak louder. He can't. He's a mute. He can't understand you.
Stanley just sort of stands at the bars of the cell that the guy's in and just sort of.
Anyway, sir, I was given to understand that you were in back of Shenanigans last night. Is this accurate?
Were you in Shenanigans last night?
Was there a tree involved?
Was there a tree?
My dear Delanora,
You
see,
have
that
to-
being mute means that he can't understand common, but that doesn't mean you have to shout. You should speak to him in Elvish.
I don't know Elvish though.
Well, then, this person is half an elf, so he can help you with every other word.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Anyway, my good sir, did you see anything back behind Shenanigans while you were there?
Did?
Lona,
Can you draw a picture? Can you show me?
shout
what you saw?
away.
Behind?
Shenanigans.
Last?
Nue. Just as a note, Stanley does not speak Elvish. He's just making
I don't think he understands us. We'll have to speak louder.
Maybe we need to speak quieter.
What?
Well, he's quiet, so maybe if we become quiet, maybe he'll understand us. And
That
Stanley,
makes no
with
sense.
standing by the bars, hands up here, just sort of puts his hand up to try to make contact with the guy. Because he feels like he has a connection with this guy as someone who doesn't particularly enjoy talking to people, and this guy obviously doesn't either, so.
This guy's sitting on the other side of the jail cell, leaning up against the wall.
Was he drawing a picture of what he saw?
No, he hasn't touched the pen and paper.
Could you, sir?
Anyway, he makes eye contact with Stanley, kind of just gazes at you for a moment, like, hmm?
This continues for some time until someone interrupts.
Yeah, I
Stanley
think.
extends his hand to touch hands with the other guy.
From like sitting on the other side, he kind of gives you like a lackluster, like, eh, eh, eh.
I take the paper
well,
that's been
sir.
written.
If perhaps we could continue. Perhaps you can share. Let us. I mean, any help you can give us, and I'll. Sheriff, if I could have a glass.
Any help you can give us? Glass.
Sheriff, could I have a glass, please?
The sheriff says,
My
"What's
my mug is full of tomato soup for some reason.
What do you need a glass for?"
Mimosas.
What?
At this, the drunk gets up and scurries over to your section of the bar. He gets down on his knees, excited, like. The sheriff says, "I don't think it's a good idea to be serving him mimosas this early in the morning, considering his
This is the perfect time for mimosas.
condition." Can we just wait till I let him out?
When will that be?
Now?
Sure, we can wait for now.
He unlocks the door and drags the drunk out, Talbert, kicks him out of the sheriff's office, and the four of you are now outside in the street.
I put my hand on Talbert, on his shoulder.
Well, Talbert, no.
He pats
Poor
your hand and then
mimosa.
brushes it off of him.
Okay.
If you could help us out, if you could tell us what you saw or show us what you saw, it would be most helpful. We are investigating missing spoons from Desmond's bar. He's quite upset about it.
I'm going to shout in his ear, can you help us?
He
looking!
slaps at you many times.
We're looking for spoons! I know you can't hear me. I'm trying to... What? What? Blow? Blow?
I think he's saying
Blow? What?
he
Blow
wants
down?
you to.
So
Blow
going
down?
down, he wants you to go down. He wants you to go down on him.
What does that mean?
He
Wants
looks
you to
directly
kiss it?
at you, Curry. Looks directly at you and goes,
Yes. Anyway,
What?
so Mimosa, could you perhaps draw? Yes. Thank you.
Wait,
and
can you hear what we're saying?
he proceeds to draw.
What a cheat! All this time he pretended to be mute and oh... You're a fraud, you are.
He's not a fraud. He's my friend.
Is he? Oh, that's nice. Still,
Yeah.
though, it's very rude to pretend to be deaf and not actually be deaf.
We can look out for each other's mistakes, though.
I
Oh,
see. That's an interesting picture.
Five,
7.
7.
Spiders?
It looks like
On a tiger?
the body of a slug with some sort of tail and stubby legs, and then the face of a man, and then it's got like a
Is that
smaller.
a cat mating with a lion?
Oh no, that is what that is.
No?
Yeah, that's what
Cat
that is.
riding on a lion?
Riding in one sense of the word,
What?
yeah.
Why was a cat riding a lion? Oh, it's probably Aristotle and the kittens.
Yeah, I'll describe Aristotle. Was that Is this the cat you were describing,
this is
or
cat.
you saw? And I'll
Riding on a
describe
really big.
Aristotle.
Oh.
Did
You were drunk.
later on? Did you see spoons for some reason? Maybe the cat had a bag. Yeah, yes, mimosas.
So he drinks a mimosa. A few moments pass, and he kind of just happy sipping this. Well, chugging this.
I go, did you notice the cat with a bag? Perhaps a clinking bag, a clinking of many spoons. You did. Actually, was it carrying a bag in its mouth?
Do you think they left the mice in exchange for the spoons?
That could be it.
Ooh.
But what would a cat want with spoons?
The cat ran away with the spoon.
But
I don't know.
The little dog laughed to see such a sight.
No, doesn't make sense.
And Bessie, was Bessie doing any moon-related travel last night?
The cow jumped over the moon the other day. And the dish ran away with the spoon. Guys, where are the dishes?
That's true. We
We should
haven't
go
seen
and have
any
another talk with Aristotle's
Like
kittens. I think.
literally, none of the things that you were interested in are in that song. They talk about cats, dishes, spoons, dogs, cows, but they're all in the wrong connection.
Close enough. We'll take it. All right.
It's like the greatest reach I've ever seen players make. Maybe it's Hey Diddle Diddle. Yeah. Well, there's no fiddles anywhere, or dishes, or laughing dogs, or moons.
There were dishes with.
There was
soup.
a dog. It was barking last night.
Yeah, there
But
was
it
a
wasn't.
dog.
The dog wasn't laughing.
Maybe that's how it
We
left.
There's a
don't-
knocked
we
over
don't- We
fence.
don't know.
And
Well,
some
it's
spilled
something
milk
not-
and
Yeah.
some mice.
Well, there was Bessie. Bessie was involved in this with the milk.
Yeah. And the milk's gone. Maybe
There
she
was a
put
dog
it on
laughing.
the other side of the moon as she jumped over it.
You
You don't know, Neil.
Now we gotta
You
see
don't know?
dishes.
All right.
We're
Okay.
missing
all
two.
right. One more thing. No, right. Well, we obviously need to go and talk to Aristotle about her children
Okay.
and their.
Why would a cat need a spoon?
I don't know, but they're young tearaways, teenagers. I hope they're not on. No.
Maybe they're wizard cats.
Well,
And they're using the spoons to power their spoon magic.
they are elven cats.
Spoon magic. Let's just hope they're not getting into spoon magic.
That's dangerous stuff.
Yes, it makes your brain into a fried egg or something.
Yes. This is your brain. This is your brain on spoon magic.
Yes.
So,
Magic.
where do you go?
Well, we head back to Shenanigans, I guess, and go outside the back and pour some more milk out and be like, Aristotle, kittens, there's more milk here.
The rest of the milk has
is-
already been consumed by Desmond or the patrons
Oh,
of Shenanigans.
damn it.
Is Lizzie about?
She is. She's currently plucking a turkey.
Lizzie, if I could have a moment of your time.
Mm-hmm.
Would you know where Aristotle spends her time these days?
You know, they've been heading southward a lot lately. They've always been coming through the back door. Sometimes the front door. Usually through the back, though. I think they've been headed a little bit more south or maybe east or southeast. Somewhere vaguely in that direction. Maybe
They've been going south.
it's more of like a southeasterly direction, because I guess I do sometimes see them coming from the northeast or the southwest.
What's down southeasterly?
Why is the tavern full of cows?
Oh, that's right. You guys are in a tavern. You're no longer walking through the countryside. You're walking in through the town with the drunk. Good call.
I don't know. Maybe because they put the they didn't scrap the bathtub, which is still in the bathroom, thus causing the Brahmin to try to go into the house and congregate in your living room.
I
Who's
totally agree.
conjugating what and where with a bath?
That hasn't happened to anybody else yet.
No?
I don't know.
Just
Not
as a
till
note,
this-
always scrap the bathtub.
Got
Oh,
it.
in Fallout 4.
Yes. Otherwise, Brahmin in the living room.
Oh.
I
don't
take
do
it those
chats.
aren't men with bras over their faces.
No, those are giant mutated two-headed cows.
Yes.
Got it. Like bovine.
And they recognize bathtubs as their feed trough.
Oh.
And so if you forget to scrap the bathtubs in the house, then
Get
they end up in your living room.
Anyway, you're talking to Lizzie. What are you?
Yeah. So what's down southeast? We're looking. We want to find Aristotle. So what would be of interest to Aristotle down there? A place to hang out with her cats.
Kittens. Well, I'm assuming a nice warm place that she can.
Yes. Is there a place would be of interest to
To a cat?
Aristotle?
To an elven cat with half lion cubs?
Yes.
I wouldn't even begin to imagine what I know what that sort of place would be like.
Is there any kind of natural layer type place of milk, a dairy farm,
No more than there would be in any
rodents
other
of
direction.
unusual size?
No, I think they're all, you go in any direction, you get dairy farms. You go in any direction, you get forest. I mean,
Is there a
John
cat?
told Desmond I said this, but, it's kind of the same everywhere you go. Anywhere outside, any direction you pick outside of Shenanigans, it's going to pretty much be the same shit. Crappy town.
Catnip patch?
I don't know. I don't know the scent of catnip.
Cardboard box factory?
Sorry. I wish I could be of more help.
Are there lots of things on a shelf which could be knocked over?
I'm sure there are, but I'm sure there's
Are
that
there
in
any
every direction.
Black trousers, keyboards, warm places.
Anybody trying to sleep in?
Sometimes me.
String factories.
Ooh.
I don't know what these factory things you keep mentioning are, but
Neither do I. It just popped into my head suddenly.
yeah. Is that an arm you're carrying?
What? Where? What?
That thing next to your bag. Is that an arm?
No.
Is it in a cozy?
No.
Is it in a red
no.
cozy?
No.
This thing, and she goes over and touches it.
That's not cool. You don't touch people's arms.
You should
without-
never try to
It's not
disarm
arm.
a warrior.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Are you okay, Des? Are you
Yes,
okay?
I'm fine.
What's going on?
Be
What
better
is
if you
that
called
thing?
her Dell.
Dell?
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay. That's nice. I have to go.
The eyes.
I got to go talk to Desmond about Crewbarb because Crewbarb spilled some trash. So I'm going to
Oh,
go
no.
talk to him about that right now, and I will see you later. And she
Okay,
takes a
good
few
job,
steps
Liz.
backwards
Ta-ta.
and then
Bye, Liz.
turns and walks.
Perhaps a mimosa.
Oh, I
You
definitely.
Call
see
me
the
nerd.
eyes. The eyes.
I didn't
Yeah,
see the eyes.
What you see with your eyes.
And on that note, why don't we take our break? See you guys in 5 minutes. Bye bye.
Perfect.